Hello, my friends. It's Kevin. I'm here, you're here, and I am about to give you your vibe of the day. So, welcome, welcome. But before I get to cards, I want to share something with you. I'm excited about it. Many of you have been on these daily vibe calls real quick, and I've channeled the Alchemist and brought the Alchemist in. So, I've shared with you how he came about, a feeling of energy that comes through, sort of connected to the Miriams, if you will. Those are the two twin angels that came to visit Mary Magdalene in the tomb of Jesus after he passed and was ascending into heaven. And, you know, folklore goes that the Miriam's angels showed up to reassure Mary Magdalene that indeed Jesus was alive in a different way and to console her. And then, of course, there is the story that Jesus appeared to Mary and said to her to wipe her tears, that he had indeed ascended into spirit and he was indeed going back to the Father, God. Anyway, I had the wonderful, talented Jennifer Hawkyard channel, or at least create, my energy guide, my spirit guide. I didn't know who it was, what it was. I just felt this energy coming through. She meditated using an Arvestonite stone, Arvestonite. I think you saw it, Arvestonite stone, which is really a black stone with a lot of blue healing energy in it, and it is known as a manifestation stone. Pretty powerful. It's typically attracted or attached to, it finds its people, like it finds the owner it wants to go to, which is quite fascinating in itself, as do more of the crystals. And the more I'm learning about crystals and the earth and how they're birthed and the incredible matrix of crystalline energy that's underneath the core of the earth, the more it fascinates me. But here's what I want to share with you. Here is this gorgeous, framed piece of art that I got from Jennifer sent. I think he is totally and utterly magnificent. And I'm going to let him tell me where he will live eventually, where he'll be. I think he's going to be in this room since this is how he tends to appear, but he truly, truly, truly is, for me at least, very magical. And I like the way, of all places, Michael's did the frame and the matting to match. Preferably, I like to do business with small businesses, and indeed, I know my best friend's mum. She's a framer, and perhaps I should have engaged her services, but I wanted him framed and matted and mounted and put up quickly. So there you go. All right, let's get to the card of the day. Boom, chakalaka laka. Trust your vibes. Now, when it comes to intuition, we always, especially when we're dealing with what do we trust. So here's my little vibe for you for today. If you're getting a really strong feeling, and you've had them, you're intuitive, it's what you come into the physical embodiment with. Intuition kicks in when there are no physical confirmations to be had. Okay, the alchemist wants to come and talk. All right, in a minute. When there are no physical confirmations to be had, when we're not really sure, when the physical pathway we're on, the task we're about to do, the thing we want help with, the understanding of the people to trust is not actually there for us to trust on. A big decision, a small decision, a life decision, I tend to get hung up on the simplest, tiniest, more mundane stuff that I get stuck on. So this card if you look at it, it's a beautiful angel. And these are the angel prayer oracle cards from Kyle Gray with beautiful images from Jason McCready. And in this one, we see the angel who is deep in meditation. She's got the color of green, which comes from the heart. And then you look at the image and it's her heart chakra open. That's what we need to open. The heart chakra, the area right in the center of our chest, unrelated to our physical heart, the one that's beating and sending blood all over the place. It's that feeling, that inner knowing where the light lives. And I love the way this image is so simplistic. The heart chakra is in itself vibrates with the color of green, and in this case almost seafoam color. You see the angel in the meditation, and meditation is the connection that you have with the divine, with the source, with God, with the universe, with the energy that put you here to begin with. So the prayer that goes along with this card is, thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and inhibitions. There you go. And your guidance. So here's what I want to say to you about that. You are who you are. You're unique. You are different to any other human that's being on the planet. I like to think as humans as the seeds that grow the roots that create the fabric with which the planet evolves and moves forward. The challenge that we have is that when the humans who are being in their vibrational energy connected to the source energy, when there is a difference of vibrational energy, for example, you may be lined up with somebody, and when I say lined up, involved with someone, mother, father, sister, siblings, best friends, partners, all of these folks. Now they themselves are inhibited by their own thoughts and beliefs. They inhabit what they believe in, what they feel, their own intuition. It's conducive to them. The times in our lives where what we share, what we say, what we have that is of benefit to others is the time the intuition kicks in and said, yes, you should share this with somebody. You should share that with somebody. But when we're so busy trusting, trying to trust, seeing if we trust our own intuition, that's really difficult to do. Particularly in times where emotions such as fear, sadness, lack, panic, all of the things that seem to be occurring right now in our culture, in the Western culture, it is really difficult to trust the intuition, to trust the inner guidance. But for today, and it's a Sunday, for most of you who may not be working a regular job, if you're a 9-to-5 person, or even in retail where things are closed for part of the day, just trust that the pathway forward is lined up correctly for you. When we get a strong gut feeling and we move with that gut feeling, and no matter what, we don't come off from that gut feeling, that intuition, we are in alignment with what we are supposed to do, what we're created to do, what we're meant to do. And you'll notice anytime in your life, in your past journey, where you've trusted that gut feeling, that intuition, and things have moved forward effortlessly without any kind of issues, then you find, oh, this was a much easier. It's called the pathway of least resistance. They've even written a book about it, The Road Less Traveled. We are always sorting and sifting and changing and growing. We are here to get more, to have more, to expand, to grow, to evolve. We are meant to be in a forward moving momentum. That's what our linear physical experience is all about. The moment that we choose to limit or lack or buy into limits or lacks, we're taking away that evolutionary forward movement, forward momentum. The energy is gone. A good question to ask yourself, and yourself being connected to source energy, is what does my intuition, my inner being, feel about this? What does my intuition, my inner being, think about this? These are really good questions. What does it feel about this? What does it think about this? And when you do that, when you ask those questions, I think the third question is, what does my inner being want me to know about this? That's it. What do I need to know about this, feel about this, and think about this? I, me, the inner being and outer being. When you put it to yourself in that way, the intuition has no choice but to respond. It is a direct connection between you and the divine and the inner being, your inner being that's connected. This alchemist wants to chat, and I'm going to let him. But first, we're going to get to Melanie Beatty. So you need to hold on, Mister. Let's see, 26. Yes. Oh gosh, this is just too. I can't make this up. This is so uncanny. So September 26th. The message for today is trust even the dark moments. This is written by Melody Beatty, who took a year sabbatical and wrote a journal every day and then published it into a book called Journey into the Heart. This is what she wrote somewhere in 1996, I think. Trust even the dark moments. While on a journey, life can sometimes get bleak. Dark passages may envelop us. Expect these moments. Often they come at the deepest period of working things out. It can be a time of despair, frustration, dead ends, anguish, and angst. Sometimes these moments are brief, sometimes they last a long time, but usually they are necessary. Plan on these moments. They are not the end of the journey. They are the passageway through the tunnel into the light. In just a little while, you will feel, see, and know the purpose of what you're going through. Soon, it will become clear. You will move out of the darkness and into the light. Trust, even in the bleak times, when you reach the end of the tunnel, then you will know why this had to be. I'll share a story with you, and I got waves of goosebumps. So when I get these waves of goosebumps, like every hair on my back stands up. To me, it feels like angels are going like this, and spirit guides are going like this, and they're going like, yay, 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 yay. So listen, I'm in the teacher training first module, and I feel like I'm always going through training, which I love. I'm in another one now. Well, I'm still in the Carl Gray Angel team. I'm now doing another certified course, which I love. I think it's part of teaching, sharing. Teaching, sharing is learning and going. Anyway, I digress. I'm in this training course, and we get to the point, and I don't quite know how many hours we had in it, But the teacher, who's a friend of mine, said, so how's everybody feeling? How's it going? How's it happening? Blah, blah, blah. I was in the bucket of don't know if I can keep this going. I know I was past 50 when I did it. I'd done personal growth seminars, weekend trips before, but this was unlike anything I'd ever experienced. And things were coming up for me. There was a part of me that trusted and knew that I needed to go forward, and a resistant part of me that said, I don't want to do this anymore, because it was reaching into the depths of my story, my life, and it was revealing to me all the things I needed to know in order to overcome what I was weighted down by. And the fact of the matter is, I didn't want to do it. I was resisting. I was putting my feet forward and saying, I can't go any further forward. This is hard. This is really difficult. It was challenging. I knew that there was no point in going backwards and turning around, because we don't go backwards, we move forward. The challenge for me is I wasn't sure how much more of this was going to bubble up. I couldn't see the end of this cycle of excavation, digging up the past, looking at all the book stuff, and I was stuck in it. So I felt like I was in this tunnel, buried, not sure I could get out, not sure I could go forward, not sure there was a light. I was stuck in this, what I believed was a really tough place. So the teacher brilliantly said, is there anyone else in the room that feels this way? And of course, my best friend said, oh yes, me, sat right down there beside me. And there were others that raised their hand, and she had them sitting. We were all sitting, this ragtag team of people. So the exercise was, well, what does the tunnel look like? And we went right in there, dark, murky. What does it smell like? And I'm creating these smells of this tunnel. Oh, okay. Is it dirty? Is it clean? Can you feel the water? And I am going into this whole chat or visualization about a bloody tunnel, being in a bloody tunnel. And so teacher's like, have you ever been in a tunnel like this? No. Well, then how do you know that you're in one now? I didn't. Are you really in a tunnel? Physically really in a tunnel? No. Okay. Is it dark? No. Okay. So it just seems a little tough, difficult. Yes. Okay. The fact really was, I was perceiving this to be the worst place I could possibly be, without any end to it, without any way forward out of it. Instead of trusting where I really was, which is in a room full of people that I trusted and I knew and I was going through growth with, and to know that this is part of the journey, this is part of what we experience, this is part of what we're meant to experience. And from that moment, there was this big lifting, there was this big realization that what I had perceived was not real. The trusting in myself to, if I wasn't supposed to unearth this, look at this, see this, do this, work through this, it wouldn't be showing itself to me. And the biggest piece of it is that at any given moment, we get to have the power to choose what we want that reality to be. And that's the end of this message. I'm going to bring the Alchemist in, who has a message for you. What I would like for you to do right now is close your eyes down and let your feet connect to the floor, and be in that connection space with breathing, a deep sense of your breath. Yeah, good morning. Hello. Hmm. Let me get myself situated in here with you. Um, Thank you so much for listening and being in this beautiful space. I am happy and grateful to be presenting to you at this moment. And it feels good. It feels good to uh, have a chat with you about all things intuition, the intuitive side of ourselves, the side that in all of you is opening and expanding, and we hear you and we see you. Your loved ones that have passed into spirit world see you and hear you. And what I've come to tell you is this: your physical world, the planet that you're on, the space that you inhabit, is where you have chosen to be when you came into this embodiment. And we are so proud of how you have moved, how you have chosen the path you're on through us and our help. And just as I have said before in some of these others meetings with you, we are always here for you. The intuition is connected to your choice and your ability to choose. You have, when you enter into a physical form such as this, well, the form that Kevin, our master Kevin, has chosen, you have free will. You have the ability to choose always. And we, on the other side of this, are an extension of you. We must not interfere with your choice and your choosing. So, therefore, when we are presenting examples of which way the light, they are suggestions. The pathway forward is based upon what you are choosing for yourself. Your intuition is moving forward rapidly at this time. There is no space to be able to make your mind up quickly sometimes. It requires great discipline for you to step back from the situation without reacting to other people, without reacting to their stories, without reacting to their way of being and thinking, but it's so easy to do because this has been your experience to this point. There will be many who are confused and not sure which way to go because they are unattached, disconnected from their intuition. Please know this, my beautiful, loving, kind friends. When you are among, and you will be, these rather fractious, quite emotional people who you've known and you love and you trust and you care about, know that their reactions are not aimed at you particularly, that they are themselves confused and very much conflicted because they have not engaged their intuitive abilities to connect with the higher frequencies of which we are. You have connected to your higher frequencies. You have expanded beyond the scope of where you were, even as short as a few weeks ago, when you choose the path of least resistance, when you lift your vibration by going into nature, spending time with your animals, studying the birds, seeing the sky, embracing the weather. When you are weathering the emotional storms, the physical storms, the temper tantrums from your children, your loved ones, your partners, your jobs, your bosses, other motorists, people in the street, in the store, when you are coming up against their indifferences, your purpose is to stay grounded, centered, peaceful, and work in your intuition. Your intuition, your spirit guide, your higher vibrational energy, the road of attraction, is not found when you are conflicted, when you are fractious, when you are angry and emotional, when you are confused. This is not where your highest good is. This is not where your vibrational energy is, and your spirit guides and your angels, your golden pathway forward, cannot interfere and will not interfere. For that, my friends, is what our duty is to you. Our service to you is to lead you along the pathway that is for your highest good and your ultimate benefit, for you to live the life that you wanted to create for yourself at the beginning of your existence. So trusting your vibration, aligning with your higher self, lifting your vibrational energy up, vibrating with the same calibration as spirit, vibrating with the highest frequency of your inner being, that which you are attracting, all the blessings and the goodness and the higher values that you deserve and deserve to have. We will present them all to you through the example of what you experience and attract. You will be the poster for others to wonder how and why and what and where and who. Then you become the teacher. Now let me explain something. The ego is balance. The ego is part of balance. You have to have alternate energy for you to appreciate the energy which works. So, my darling friends, when those you love and you care about are conflicted with their choices, not following their intuition, not following their higher good, this is what they have chosen. And we have said, this is your choice and your free will. This is not for your highest good. So we step back. Only when the conflicts subside, only when, as the Master Kevin beautifully explained, the darkness, the tunnel, as he put it, the feelings, only then does the person choose, I want this, I want that, I want to feel better, I want to feel love, I want to feel cherished, I want to feel adored. Wanting it and having it is the inner being's job. We then present examples of what they want. We then present you on their pathway, exemplifying your growth and your love and what you show. You become the beacon, the light, the love, the joy, the peace, and you attract others who are all the same as you. And eventually, others that you know are drawn to your light, similar to a moth being drawn to a flame. And this my beautiful friends, as you see in the delicate painting created by the talented artist, this hawkyard, that is a moth at the heart of the being that is drawn to the light and transforms, manifests, alchemizes into the beautiful spiritual angel that is all of us. And now, my friends, it is time for me to leave you with that thought. Meditate, ask the question of your inner being, what your inner being thinks, what it feels, and what your inner being would like for you to know. And your inner being will light up with love and joy and happiness, and you will be guided into the blessings of abundance and goodness that you deserve. Claim it all, my friends. Claim it all. And with love, until next time. Bye-bye. Bring your hands to prayer, heart center. Acknowledge yourself for just choosing to trust a road less traveled and follow your intuition, follow your guidance, follow all that gut feeling that you know to be true. And then lift your thumb knuckles to third eye center. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with light. I acknowledge the light and the love within all others as we bow and say namaste. Oh, I think we're officially actually in the season of fall, autumn, and this is the time we take the last 3 months of the year to wind down 2021 and sort of sketch out an outline for 2022. And for that, I would say a good question, if you're looking for answers: what does your inner being want you to know about 2022? What does your inner being think about 2022? And what does your inner being feel about 2022? And then just sit with that. Sit with it, let it go, let it ponder, get yourself a journal, and journal it. All right, darlings, until next time, I love you. Bye.